Hello, this is Junky in Niagara, coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. And today I am finally getting to a haul of the stuff that I brought back from Calgary with me. We went thrifting a couple of times. I was a good girl at the Goodwill and didn't get too much. By the time we went to Valley Village, I figured I was going to need another second suitcase, and so I went a little crazy. Plus, I collected all the paraphernalia and ephemera and stuff that I came across the whole time I was there. So, yeah, I've got a lot to show you, and it's just a smorgasbord of doodads. So I barely even remember what's in there, so we will go through this together. Some of it is trash that you would just normally throw away, but I saved, and some of it is like really cool stuff from a thrift store. So here we go. First thing that I have right here is the packaging from an eye mask. That's one of those heated eye masks. I use those to help me sleep. I kept my, and this is actually garbage, I kept my baggage tags from my luggage. My stepmom gave me a collection of biblical humor that someone had passed on to her. Then while I was around and about, I picked up all sorts of local newspapers and magazines and things. This one is The Flavor of Calgary's Food Scene, called City Palette. Oh, it's in color. Oh, cool. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to get some good pictures out of that one. My sister picked this up at the thrift store for me, an issue of Cloth, Paper, Scissors. Not sure if I have this one or not, but even if I do have it, I'll use it for images. I'll have to go through these, but they're obviously receipts from meals and stuff. It's my ticket. Saved my ticket. Here was some perfume I took with me. It was a little sampler. There's the card that came with it. This was my dad's hospital bracelet, and I kept that. He had a whole bunch of them on. I kept two. Okay, from the thrift store we have an old pattern. I love these. So yeah, I'll use the girls on there and the pattern pieces inside with this tiny little bag. Oh, this is what my niece crocheted for me. She crocheted one for me, and one for her mom, and one for her grandma to go to the funeral. And I wore mine inside my bra, close to my heart, and she gave them to us in these little bags. So I'm going to be keeping that. This is a copy of what I read at the funeral. I got a cold while I was there. I get a cold every time I go to Alberta because of the altitude. So this is the packaging from my cold pills. I thought I'd make a little mini journal with it. Then I have the cemetery information. This is maps of the cemetery and where my mom and dad are buried at the same place. We have a brown paper bag. Joy, joy. I have a candy wrapper. So, I mean, these are the types of things that you collect when you go. Like, I mean, I wasn't on a vacation. I just had to travel because I had to. And, you know, the same thing if you're on a business trip or you just have to go somewhere because someone's ill. Just pick up don't throw everything away. Keep it. It will make its way into your junk journals. Then my receipt from the Goodwill, $11. I think I did pretty good there. Now these are really cool. These are Kings and Queens of Scotland 8 note cards. Now look at this. This is Queen Mary. And they're blank inside. So, oh, and on the back is a family tree of the Kings and Queens of Scotland. Really cool. I'm really into them because they were the Catholic. They were the Catholic kings and queens. So we've got 4 portraits, 2 of each design. There is Robert the Bruce and James V, Mary, Queen of Scots, and James 1, 2, 3, 4, and James 6 and 1. I don't quite understand that. Oh, there we go. They're portraits. They're on the back. Nice. And then I picked up an issue of Molly Makes. I have a subscription to this year, which I should be receiving my first copy of it soon. I think they say it takes something like 6 to 8 weeks to receive your first issue. So just trying to see if this actually has a date on it. That's the problem with magazines these days, is that they don't have dates. Or did I just tell you what issue and number they are? Especially British ones. It's issue number 87. And there is no date on it. What have it on the side? Nope, just 87 in a circle. So I'm going to put that aside and I'm going to do a flip through of that. Then I picked up the airplane magazine, WestJet magazine. It's got lots of travel stuff in there. Should be able to get some collage fodder. And I got this from the thrift store. It is a Andrew Lloyd Webber's new production, The Wizard of Oz, at the Ed Mirvish Theatre in Toronto, which is kind of interesting considering I got this in, this is awesome, considering I got this in Calgary. Oh, this is just fantastic. So anyways, I'm collecting Wizard of Oz things. Anything Wizard of Oz, from the original to the movie to just re-illustrated books. And I'm going to put together a Wizard of Oz journal for myself. Okay, I'm going to grab another handful of stuff. We may be here for a while, folks, so grab yourself a drink, hit pause, go get a drink, put your feet up, and come on back to see what else we got for crafting. Now, I got the Brownie Guide Handbook, and this is the exact same one that I had when I was in brownies. This is just adorable. I love these pictures. This is going to be so much fun to work with. Just adjusting my pile. I don't want to make a pile that's going to fall over. Okay, then children's book, The Wonder Book of Firemen and Fire Engines. I have this thing for fire trucks, the red ones. Don't know why. But actually I'm attracted to everything that's red. I like British double-decker buses that are red. I like old mailboxes and phone boxes that are red. Fire engines. Those are the only things I can think of at the moment. Okay. Grabbed this at the hospital coloring page from Rexall. A little piece of deli paper from a sandwich or a meal I had somewhere. I picked this up from the hospital. It is the Alberta Health Services magazine called Apple. And oh, this has some interesting, yeah, got some good collage fodder in there. My stepmom collected her Christmas cards for me and gave me them. Not a lot, but there's enough of those. That one's not. Oh, my husband sent me a Valentine's Day card while I was there, and that's mine. This is the envelope that it came in. I kept it because it had a stamp on it. Okay, so when we were at the Value Village, they had a whole bunch of these canvases. Now they're gray. I've never worked on a gray canvas before. It's a burlap panel, and it's 100% jute fiber, ideal for layering mixed media applications. Clear gesso sealer on back. So there's 2 in each, so there's 4. They had tons of them. I mean, I could have bought 10 and they still would have had some, but I figured 4 was plenty. A little wrapper from some cookies. This is my dad's other hospital bracelet that I kept. Got this from the chapel at the hospital. I spent quite a bit of time there. Okay, and then I picked up this book because I collect serial killers. I just love crime. Well, I don't love there's no way to say it in a good way. It's just that I love reading about crimes and serial killers, and this has some awesome pictures in here. There's even crime scene pictures. These are awesome. Yeah, I like, oh, this is a good book. So, I'm actually working on, I haven't started it yet, but I'm putting it all together. I'm going to make a serial killers journal and expand from there. I will definitely have more than one, but I know some of you are sitting there thinking, what the? But yes, that is just me. I picked this up from the funeral home. It's about the different customs and traditions of death from the different religions. Another thing from the funeral home. Another thing from the funeral home. Another cookie package. More things from the funeral home. And then I have a handful of the memory cards for my dad. That's him right there. It's a beautiful card. So I'll put those aside to one side. Okay, I used to collect little golden books. I had a really big collection, but it's something that I got rid of when we made a move across the country. And now I'm not really collecting them per se, but I am picking up any of the old ones when I see them. Because I want to make some little golden book journals. They're really nice. I pick up coasters everywhere I go, so I actually have a collection of them somewhere, and I use duplicates in my art. Another candy wrapper. Okay, this is a napkin from somewhere that I ate. I have no idea why I got it. All it does is have 2 little trees in the corner. More coasters. That one's pretty cool. And these ones have different sayings on them. This one says, "Don't be afraid to make a bold move." And this one says, "They thought it'd be impossible, but here we are." This is a copy of the paper that has my dad's obituary in it, so I will be cutting that out and going through the paper for some collage fodder. And then this is the magazine from Shoppers Drug Mart, their beauty boutique. Lots of glamour shots in there. Okay, grabbing another handful. Okay, this is a Canadian magazine, and I picked it up in the airport when I was traveling to Edmonton. So it's got pictures of all sorts of stuff in it, from historical to nature to scenery and people. Here's another pattern of these are 90s. The other one was house coats. And the paper is inside. Just picked this off of a newsstand. It's called Canadian Immigrant, and I don't know if it has any fodder in it that I will find interesting, but this is a book I picked up to read. It's The Genie of Sutton Place by George Selden. He's more famous for the Cricket in Times Square. I'm going to put that aside because I'm going to put it in my book haul. Okay, then this is a sketchbook with some really nice graph paper in it, and some color swatch pages and rooms and stuff. And it's for interior decoratings, and it comes with a whole bunch of stencils to do gardens and rooms. So there's furniture and yeah, all sorts of things. There, it's called Fashion Angels Interior Design Sketch Portfolio Design Dream Rooms, 100 plus stencils. So what I'll do is I'll go through that. I'll try out the stencils, and I'll find the ones that I want to keep, because I'm sure I'm not going to keep the whole collection. Now, this book I haven't read, and I review books for Flying Eye Books online. They send me e-galleys of their books, and I read them. They've sent me a few hard copies, but I saw this book and it was by them, and they're just absolutely beautiful publisher. They publish they're in New York, but they publish books from the olden days, and they're usually by European authors. Like, does it tell us anything? Like, look at the graphic style in here. This definitely looks like 60s to me. But let's see if it gives the original date. Oh no, this isn't a reprint. They also do original books, and that's what this is. I just was assuming it was a reprint of an old one, but no, this was 2015, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm not too sure what I'll do with it. I'll look at it for a long time before I do anything else. Now, this is the history of rock and roll in the 70s, and it just goes year by year and has all sorts of pictures of the bands and stuff. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. The 70s wasn't my heyday. It was my husband's, though he's not much of a book person. So I'm not sure if I will. Well, I'll definitely read through it. Not every single page, but the stuff that interests me. And then I don't know if I'll use the collage images or if I'll actually collage in the book, because that would be kind of fun to do. There's some interesting pictures. Okay, so I think that's the majority of the books. Now let's go over and see what we got. Okay, here's the next pile, and look what we have. We have another tin foil candy wrapper. Little chocolates were in these. Now this is a holder of knitting needles, and I have tons of knitting needles, but I thought it would be good for putting the needles that I use the most in, and being able to keep it near me instead of having to rush off and go find the needles every time I need them. Plus, I got some needles, though I think there's some, odd ones out here, but yeah, I'm definitely using the case. We'll sort through the needles, see what I have. Okay, these are my bags that I took with me. I don't know what I had in them, but yeah, that's where they are. Isn't that cool? I love that. Then here we have a piece of I don't know what this is, but it feels very leatherish, or actually like suede, I should say. It feels suede-ish. I don't think it really is suede, but it is an absolutely fantastic piece of material. There's a lot of it too. Like, it's really hard to show on camera, but there's a lot of it. That's the wrong side. Here's the right side. This will make gorgeous covers. Gorgeous, gorgeous covers. It was only $1.99. Then I got some sari material, and this was $1.99 too. Isn't that beautiful? It's got those in the corners and embroidery. It's just absolutely gorgeous. There's a whole great big piece of that too. And then I just had to pick this up. This is an apron, but it has Hollywood monsters on it. And I'm really, really into the Universal monsters from the 30s and the 40s-ish. But yeah, I just had to have that for the material. And this, I did really well with this. This is a huge piece of canvas, real canvas. And the back of it's finished. It is really nice. It's $3.99. I don't know how much is there because I'm no good at yardages, but there's probably 2 yards, maybe more. But yeah, for $3.99, I definitely had to pick that up. Okay, going back to get some more things here. Oh boy, I got a whole bunch of little bitty bags. So I am going to put some stuff on the table here. Clear out half. This is the first time I've been in this. First time I've been in this suitcase since I came home. All right. We got a baggie of bulldog clips because it had some big ones in it, and I need those. It's got some little ones that I can use too, but I really wanted the big ones, and my sister got a pack too, and she gave me the big ones out of it, as she wasn't bothered. I've got all sorts of candy wrappers here. Some of these are breath mints, not candy. So I'm not a huge candy eater, but I seem to have collected quite a few wrappers. Okay, this isn't craftish, but it is a set of espresso coffee cups and its own little stand. I just had to get that because I am a coffee person, and this is gorgeous. Then, oh, another candy wrapper. This I didn't buy. These are my sleeping masks that I took with me. I use these at night to help me sleep. They're heated and they work very well. And right here is one of them that's been used. They're made out of felt, so I am keeping them. Okay, so now we have the little baggies. Oh, okay. I've got zombie cribbage. I got this to put in my cabinet of curiosities. I collect all sorts of creepy stuff. So basically it has, I don't even know if this has been opened. It feels so new. But you know, look at the back there. Basically it's your normal set of cribbage with regular deck of playing cards, but your pieces are zombies. I've definitely got to set that up in my cabinet of curiosities. That is really cool. My sister found that and asked me if I was interested, and I'm like, oh, I have to. Okay. This baggie I got because it has the large paper clips. They're so hard for me to find. And also comes with a box of normal sized ones. Got this baggie of sewing contraptions. Let's take a look at what's in here. We have a measuring tape, which I'm actually glad to have because I only have one and I'm always looking for it. We got some pant hook and bar sets, so some closures for pants, which can be used on journals. Oh wow, I've never seen one like this before. Okay, and the reason I got it was because it had these fabric marking tools for sewing, and I thought that they would make that, if you dip them in paint, that they would make some neat marks. And also I thought that maybe if I pushed hard enough I could perforate paper by using them. So this one is a chalk one, and I'm not moving it because it has chalk inside of it. That is just like really cool. I won't use it for its intended purpose. I think I'll use that as just an element on a 3D thing. And I don't have one of these, so I'm glad to have it. It's a knitting stitch gauge. And here's another one of the marking tools. They're just kind of neat. A thimble, two thimbles. Two thimbles, hey. So those will go with my metal bits. Then I got some bias tape and seam binding because I don't have any. I'm just getting into starting to use this stuff. And the reason I picked up this pack was because of the plaid seam binding. Some yellow rickrack, yellow bias tape, red bias, brown bias, and orange bias. Plus I love the packaging on them. And another one here. This one had a variety of stuff. It's got that lace seam binding, black, red, some red bias, and I really like the label on that one. Back to the seam binding lace. Got some turquoise and some purple, and we've got some boil-proof pink rickrack. So we can boil that if we want to. Not going to open these up, but these are a set of dominoes, and they're little mini ones. One side has Disney car characters on it. The reason I got these was I'm going to make a brick wall on the canvas, that I'm making, and I have regular sized dominoes that I was going to use, but when I saw these, I thought, oh no, this will make a much better looking brick wall. So, did that. And I'm not going to open this up, but this is a bag full of shells and coral. And those will, is there a sand dollar in there? No, this has some really cool shells in it. These aren't just your normal ones. Yeah, I actually have absolutely 0 shells. So I thought those would look worky. Those would look nice in 3D work. Looks like we got another piece of candy wrapper and a mint wrapper. And then I got this clock because I take clocks apart and use the pieces in 3D work. Now, I'm not sure if this is one clock with the case or if it's just 2 clocks. Yeah, my dad used to have one like this. It was it's got the lid, and you open it up and it tells you what time it is. But I plan on taking this apart. Oh, there we go. Stands up. Okay, well, I'm not going to put it back together, but my plan is to take it apart and take out the watch gears and hands and stuff like that, and to use the clock face, because that is something that I do. I also kept the lid to some gelato. The cafeteria at the hospital had this absolutely amazing gelato that I would have every time I went there. I'm not sure if I can, yeah, one more. Okay, this is just a recipe card from the grocery store. These just came in something, maybe the knitting needle container, but they're double pointed needles, and there's only 2 in each size, so I think I will probably use those as elements. Then I got a bag of these squeeze bottles for glue, and I thought I might transfer some of my stuff into these and use them instead. It'll make using them a lot easier. Look at that. Okay, now I was looking for a focal point for this canvas that I keep talking about that I'm in the process of making, and I found these 2 great big spoons. So I thought I could have one going this way. Well, here, let's open them. So there's a slotted spoon and just a regular spoon, and I thought I could put them in opposite positions on the canvas and then just work around them. I think they're aluminum. Yeah, they sound like it. Okay, then I picked up this little make yourself a leather wallet kit because I wanted the piece of leather in it. And I thought that, where's the picture of it there? I thought that piece of leather would make a cover for a mini journal. One more big binder clip, bulldog clip, and that's my card for the Y. Must have fallen out of my purse. And one more little baggie of sewing knickknacks. So I got this one because of the elastic in it. We have, this looks like a shoelace. Yeah, it is. We've got some shoelace, some flat elastic, and this is the waistband elastic sticker. 2 packages of white seam binding, And then we got a whole bunch of snaps. Snap fasteners. You can use those on journals. And I don't know what this is. It is a roll of some sort of cloth. Actually, you know what this looks like? It looks like make your own shoelace material. And a little card of buttons. And that's all she wrote. The only other thing I have, which I'm not gonna get out and show you, but someone there in Calgary was getting rid of a bunch of their beauty products, most skincare products, a bag full of them that they weren't going to use, and asked if I was interested, and I use a lot of skincare products, so I said yes, and now I have them. So, there we go. How long did that take us? Oh, just over half an hour. That's not too bad. So that is the extra stuff that I came home with when I went out west. I cannot go into a thrift store without buying anything, so once I went into that Value Village, I knew it was a point of no return, and I would end up with a bunch of stuff. So, thank you for watching, and if you made it this far, please leave me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe down below, and don't forget to ring the bell because it lets you know when new videos are out. So thanks again, and have a nice day. Bye-bye!